actually, it is interesting for Taiwanese people because they always say 你回来台湾, but it's not actually 回来 because it means you're coming back, right? But I'm not originally from here. I'm originally from South America.
Hi, I'm Tim Berge with Taiwan Talk. This week marks 100 days since the inauguration of President William Lai Ching-te and Vice President Xiao Beacom. To mark the occasion, we're going to take a non-political angle and instead talk to someone who played a first-hand role in ensuring smooth sailing on this historic event. Kevin Tai, also known as Tai Kai-wen, has been a model and TV host in Taiwan for the last 5 years. But on inauguration night, this Taiwanese Brazilian-Paraguayan enjoyed one of his greatest career opportunities, serving as the English MC for the inauguration banquet for the global guests held in Tainan. But we start our conversation discussing one of the events that rocketed Kevin to fame, both good and bad, when he represented Taiwan at last year's Mr. Global held in Thailand. But what was probably more interesting is your doing that created a little bit of controversy here in Taiwan.
Exactly.
So maybe tell us what happened and how did you solve that problem?
So joining Mr. Global was one of my biggest highlights in my career. This friend, he just said, hey, Kevin, we have this pageant competition in Thailand called Mr. Global. We actually think that you fit. What do you think? Do you want to try? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I've never been into male pageant competitions, so I had no idea what kind of environment was that. And then, so we have a national manager, and he said, okay, so you're going to represent Taiwan, and you have a national costume. The national costume, it will blend aspects of Taiwanese beliefs, Taiwanese religion. So we'd have like San Taizi combined with Taiwanese gods, and then we would do this outfit for you. Okay, so I went to Thailand. I got third runner-up, which is fourth place among 36 contestants from all over the globe, all over the world. And then it was very, I was very proud of myself because I coped with a lot of obstacles at the time. Like, I would never think that one day I would be only wearing like swimwear suit in front of the cameras, you know. So it was a very nice opportunity for me to cope with obstacle. So after I came back to Taiwan, like some news, they were saying, there was this foreign guy that went to represent Taiwan. And obviously, we would be always interested to know, like, what would people think about that, right? So I went to the internet and I started reading the comments of the people. And some of them were like very supportive. They said, oh, nice. We're glad that you went to represent Taiwan. But some people, they were leaving very negative comments. They were said, why would you represent Taiwan if you don't even have Taiwanese features? You don't even look like Taiwanese. You don't even grew up here, you know? And so I just said, okay, what can I do? Can I just leave like negative responses as well? And I told myself, don't do that. So what if I record myself a video speaking in Taiwanese? Because if I speak in Taiwanese, which is a language that not many people here in Taiwan speak, they have no rights anymore to tell me that I'm not Taiwanese. So this is what I decided to do. So I recorded a video like full Taiwanese, and then that created like an earthquake in Taiwan because they're like, oh my God, this foreign guy, this like foreign looking guy, he can speak Taiwanese even better than me. So I went to the news like for 2 or 3 days. A lot of people were discussing about that because it brought this topic about self-identity. What is Taiwan? What is to look like Taiwanese? You know, so I was mentioning, you know, Taiwan was colonized by Japanese people, by Dutch people. We've had European here. We have Aboriginal people. So how can you tell me that I don't have the typical Taiwanese look? What is a typical Taiwanese look then if we had so many countries colonizing our island? You know, so this was the controversial thing that happened after the pageant competition.
But I think after you did the statement in Taiwanese, many people realized, okay, you know, you're Taiwanese.
Exactly. And then I even told them, look, I speak Taiwanese. I served the military. I have Taiwanese identity card. I have like the health insurance card. I have passport. So what rights you have to tell me that I'm not Taiwanese, right? I have all the rights to tell people that I'm Taiwanese, you know?
Exactly. And today there's many people who maybe look like me who also have a Taiwan passport, but they love Taiwan too.
Exactly. So this is what I have been trying to do through my social media. I've been trying to tell people stop with this thing of calling people Lao Wai. I just don't like this term, you know. Sometimes people they have been living here for like 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, and people they can be even more Taiwanese than some Taiwanese people. You know, some people they even love more Taiwan than some Taiwanese people. You know, so I believe that this is the essence of being Taiwanese. You're in law, you are Taiwanese, and in heart, you are Taiwanese too.
Earlier this year, as plans were being put together for the new president's inauguration, Kevin almost passed up this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity when a very important email arrived. Being the Taiwanese young man that you are, you had a great honor this year.
Yes.
You were chosen to be the master of ceremonies, I guess would be the term, at the inauguration dinner held down in Tainan.
Yes.
You were very happy to be in Tainan, all the
Yes.
Taiwanese, for President Lai Ching-te and the Vice President Ching.
Yes.
So, A, how did you get this honor? B, what was it like? C, what was it like working with the president and the vice president? And D, were there any interesting stories from that encounter?
Oh my God, I have so many interesting things to share with you. Okay, so when I first got the invitation, the company that was organizing this event, they said, okay, so we are organizing this, but okay, maybe I didn't read it very clearly. So I just said, okay, maybe it's just a job to host an event. So I just passed to my agent to deal with that. I had no clue that I was going to host for
You thought it was junk email, huh?
Exactly. I was like, okay, can you just deal with this? And then, you know, you discuss the prices. And he said, okay, so you're going to host for the inauguration ceremony of the president. I was like, what? It's the president of Taiwan. I'm going to be there close to the president of Taiwan. And I was like, okay, this is a thing. This is a good thing. It's going to be one of my biggest gigs ever. And then all the team, they were very, very careful with all the details. And I had to prepare all the script in English, right? I was responsible for the English part. And I was really honored. And I felt like really, really happy for this opportunity. So the actual day, everything went smoothly. I was really happy to see the president person, vice president person. Even the president of Paraguay, he came to say hi to me in person. I was shocked, you know, because
you were a big deal that day.
Exactly, because the organization, they told the president of Paraguay that I have Paraguayan roots as well. So he was very happy and he came to say hi to me. He said, okay, hopefully you have a lot of success here and, you know, hopefully you can come back to Paraguay as soon as you can. Yeah, so I was very honored. I just took a picture with him. I said to him, Mom, look, I'm with the president of Paraguay. She was so happy, so happy. And then other fun fact that happened that day was when the president came to thank all the workers, all the people that were helping that night. So he came to me and he said in Chinese, "Oh, Kaiwen, 今天好帅哦. Wow, you look great today." All the obstacles that I had between the president all went down. So when he came to take a photo with me, I just naturally, it was a natural reaction. I just placed my hand on his shoulders. Okay, for us, it's just a natural, like, thing to do, right? It's just normal, natural. You just place your hand there.
He's your new friend.
But man, I got another negative comments on my threads, on my social media. They were like, how can you put your hand on the president's shoulders? Like, this is just like showing that you guys are in the same level. You know, it's just so disrespectful. You know, how can you do that? And even some person she said that, oh, that in our body we have 三把火. I didn't even have this sense of what the heck is 三把火, that you cannot like blow the fire away. And I was like, oh my God. like I've been living here for 5 years and still have to deal with so many cultural shocks, you know. But then after that, like all obviously a lot of people were like, no, come on, it's okay. He's just like very friendly. He was very friendly to you. So we know that you didn't had any bad meanings, you know. That was a very natural reaction for me, you know. That's also a fun fact that happened that day.
And finally, I'm kind of curious because in addition to being someone who enjoys being in the limelight, you know, you're modeling, you're on TV,
Yes.
you're seen by the public all the time, but you're also willing to be very honest about yourself.
Yes.
And so, and it seems like at times you're making, I don't want to say a political point, but you're trying to make a statement.
Yes.
And so do you have ambitions to maybe do something more? And by something more, maybe you want to be doing something special for Taiwan, or maybe be more involved in Taiwan society and in Taiwan politics or something.
Okay. So maybe what I have trying to be doing in Taiwan through my social media is trying to make Taiwanese people think in a more international way, you know, trying to bring more international sense to the Taiwanese people, especially regarding racism. So I have been discussing about this on my social media lately, the way how Taiwanese people treat people from Southeast Asia and people from Japan and Korea. And it's very clear, like the racism still exists here, but Taiwanese people, they would always say, oh, you know, racism exists every place in the world. Racism, Taiwanese people are not racist. I have seen like a lot of comments like this. And I just want to try to warn Taiwanese people that these behaviors are still among us and that we have to be careful about these things, you know. If you want to say that Taiwan is a friendly country, so let's be a friendly country. Let's be a friendly people. It doesn't matter if you come from South America, from Southeast Asia, or from Japan or Korea. Let's be a friendly country to everyone so everybody can know what kind of people are we. You know, so this is what I've been trying to change, you know, trying to push equality, you know, human rights. So this is what I've been mainly trying to do on my social media to enhance this sense in Taiwanese people.
That was Kevin Tai, the man who hosted this year's state banquet held in Tainan for the inauguration of President Lai Ching-te. For Taiwan Talk, I'm Tim Berge.